When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
As human beings, we have a success instinct, but most people don't realize that they can actually predict their own level of success. So why are some people more successful than others? There's nothing will make you madder than to meet somebody who's dumber than you, who's making more money than you. They have more money, nicer lives, better health, better jobs, better businesses, better homes, and better families, and you know that they're no better, smarter, or more talented than you are. Why is this? Let me start by telling you what doesn't set them apart. It's not their IQ, their childhood, or their ability to network. So what does set the ultra-successful person apart from the mediocre? While it may have seemed like mystery and chance in the past, there's actually a science to success. And when you apply the scientific principles to your own life, you can learn to operate at peak performance and set yourself up for predictable, automatic success in every area of your life. Your personal life, your family, your income, your business. Here's the best way to define success. The most important thing you can do is to decide exactly what success means to you. What would your life look like if you made it into a masterpiece? All great achievement begins with your decision of what it is you really want and then dedicating yourself wholeheartedly to attaining it.
The same process that reduces stress is exactly the same process that will enable you to have a long-term balanced career. My stress level, and I face as many deadlines as anybody you know. It's always a book production, a class I'm teaching, a seminar I'm presenting, and each one of them requires time and concentration. Example, how many of you feel like I've made this talk before? Can I see your hand, please? Several hundred times. I made it yesterday. You know what I did between yesterday and today? I spent over 6 hours getting ready for today. You see, I think it would be arrogant if I thought I could stand up and spit it out just because I did it yesterday or hundreds of times. That's arrogance. That's when Buster Douglas knocks out Mike Tyson. That's when an expansion team in Houston beats an established NFL team in Dallas. Let me tell you something, folks. If you take the word stressed and spell it backwards, it's desserts. When you respond to life instead of react to it, react is negative. You get sick, go to the doctor, she gives you a prescription, says, see me tomorrow.
I was labeled educational mentally retarded.
I was feeling within myself that I was a failure, that I'm slower than most people. And sometimes they would laugh, look at him. He's bathing in the bathroom upstairs on the 21st floor. He sleeps on the floor. Him and two other dreamers up there. Look at him.
That impacted me to such an extent that compromised my ability to think clearly. And I was at an event, Bob Proctor and another speaker came up to speak. And this guy stopped in the middle of his presentation, and I felt he was talking to me. He said, there's someone here. He said, you know who you are. He said, I do this because I love it. I like to make a lot of money. But you love to help people, and you got the gift. But you've convinced yourself you can. It's not what you don't have. It's what you think you need that keeps you from coming up here, holding this mic, changing lives like you're born to do. I mean, I'm going to say this and I'm not saying anything else. I'm standing in your dream. And the reason I'm standing up here holding this microphone and you're sitting out there like a wimp, because I represent the thoughts you have rejected for yourself. I heard that, I said, oh God, he's talking to me. I got up, I ran outside to a payphone, I called Mike Williams. I said, Mike! He said, Brownie, what's wrong? I said, listen to me, Mike. Mike, are you listening to me? He said, yes. I said, I'm not rejecting myself anymore. Do you hear me? Mike, he said, Brownie, take it easy. Mike, listen to me. I'm not rejecting myself anymore. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's been keeping me up at night. And this guy said, I'm rejecting myself. I'm stopping now. Will you come help me? He says, yes, Brownie. You're as good as those guys, man. This is your calling, man. This is you. He ignited something in my heart. He's my mentor for 49 years. When I came out to California,
No one could have convinced me that after just over 6 years, I will have my own book entitled Live Your Dreams. Just over 6 years, I will have 5 specials on public television. I will now have my own talk show that will premiere on Monday, Labor Day. I'm saying to you, your dream is possible.
so I learned the value of relationship capital, having relationships with people that you can learn from. Practice OQP, only quality people. Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest, but he never